Welcome to the social reel.
Says the host muted your mic.
Correct.
Hello, my friends. We meet again. It's been a while.
What'd you do to your camera?
Where should I begin? I haven't touched it.
You did.
No, I didn't.
I had it all set.
No, you didn't.
Had it all set.
You were too busy doing stuff. This is gonna be a short one today because I am exhausted and yeah, I'm never doing that again phase of my life. I'm just
Yeah, I see you had posted something about like this is a terrible idea.
well, I'll get to it. It's towards the end of my story.
I feel like
But first,
somebody mentioned that.
nobody wants to hear your goddamn advice. You're a chud. You just want to sit at home and be a lump on a log. I can't do that. So there's
I do plenty of things
that I should do that I'll keep doing. Just I have to be smarter about those things. So, anyways, before we get into my trip recap, which I did at 10 o'clock this morning, I was able to grab these. I actually had another snack for us, but I forgot it.
Oh, hold on.
What? You have a snack?
I didn't know we were going snacks. I have to produce here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's just one
I
box.
had to like
Look, it's
pull it
glossy.
up so you could see it.
What are you talking about?
I didn't know you were doing snacks. I always full screen you so you
Oh,
can show
right.
the snack.
I got you. Okay. All right. And I think we're going to have this beverage influencer on next week.
A beverage influence.
Yeah, he does a lot. He gets a lot of beverage packages and stuff. So before I get into the trip recap, we'll try these real fast. And then, like I said, I talked to the beverage guy. Oh, look, they come in. This
Somebody like from around here?
No,
or
on Instagram. He has a bunch of
okay.
followers.
is he gonna send us
But it's
booze?
He only talks about booze, no beverages. So like,
What the fuck you think booze is?
I don't know, dude. Do we do booze on the fucking show?
We can.
No, we don't. Well, you'd have to bring some.
Where's the booze?
to the show? So
Where's
I'm
the,
not.
what's that from?
I'm not. I don't know.
Come on, it's Dumb and Dumber.
Okay. What part?
When he comes back, when he's like, been searching for jobs all day, and gets robbed by the old lady.
Oh yeah.
Harry's like, "Where's the booze?"
They didn't make this easy to get into. That's okay. You smell good.
It's childproof, tamper resistant.
Okay.
So Reese's Oreos.
Yeah. Now Oreos already has a peanut butter Oreo, but this is now Reese's peanut butter Oreo.
Oh, I can't wait for the difference.
So, I mean, it looks like I don't. That's hot fire.
It's good. Just tastes like the other peanut butter one.
No, it doesn't. The peanut butter is richer.
A little more sophisticated on the palate.
No, well, I used to exclusively buy peanut butter Oreos. This is better peanut butter, in my opinion.
You know, it kind of tastes the same to me, but
When was the last time you had a peanut butter Oreo?
I don't know.
6 years ago.
Maybe 8. I don't know. Probably last time when I went out and bought a pack of Oreos.
Oh, you don't buy Oreos?
Not really.
Who's the best cookie?
I don't buy that many cookies.
Why?
I don't know. Oreos have gone up in price though too.
So? I give them a 5.
Really?
Peanut butter and cookie is delicious.
I think it's a 4. It's good.
You're dumb.
It's good.
You're a dumb man.
5 has to blow me away, though, man. I got to be like, wow, that's good.
That was good. Some
I mean,
milk-
you look
oh,
blown away.
I'm tired, dude. Why am I tired, you ask?
I wouldn't have thought that.
So, all right. Where do we begin? I had to take a whole week off of work in order to pack 4 days of excitement into. And my dumbass was like, I kept saying to myself, like, I need to just relax for these first few days so, like, I can store my energy for the last couple days. But I didn't. I fucking planned out my entire existence. So I, went to Fogo de Chao with Brian on Monday.
Down right there on the other side. I saved it just in case.
Let's see. I went to Fogo de Chao with Brian, which was a lot of fun. That was for my birthday. It was a lot of, he ate all the meats.
How's Brian?
Brian's good.
Same?
Dude. Same.
It's just same.
It's just awesome.
Library Brian never changes.
He doesn't, and he's so great because I don't. He's the one. He's the most consistent friend I have.
Most consistent Brian.
dude. He's just like
Not like
the dead one. We have 2 dead friends up there now, just hanging out with each other. Dead.
it's like the fucking Harambe pick.
Yeah.
It's got like Hulk Hogan on one side,
Keep
like
adding
Pee Wee
people.
Herman over here and shit. Aaron's got his own Harambe pick.
So that was a ton of fun. It was like that was the night the Haboob hit, and everybody couldn't stop talking about it or whatever. Who cares?
It was the day I did yard work. And I was like, oh, it's going to rain later. A little bit. That's fine. So I got the leaf blower out, did the whole backyard, filled up my containers, still had some, and I kind of just blew it to the middle of the lawn so it'd be easy to rake up. And that fucking storm came through, man. And immediate was like, just like, in your pool.
Oh God!
Every fucking leaf in the backyard, in your pool.
You just gave up.
Oh, I was like, I was out there because the leaves will suck into the skimmer and then fucks your pump up.
Right.
So I was out there like in the rain, like emptying the thing, and then I like had to turn the pump off. So I just had leaves floating in my pool.
Oh.
And I was like, I fucking hate this pool.
Well, give it to us. We'll take it.
Oh, you'll hate it just as much.
I don't care. So, okay. So after that, we, what did I do on Tuesday? I don't know. I filled my time with some kind of nonsense. Wednesday I got tattooed, which was maybe the dumbest thing I did because I was there all fucking day, all day, and I got 2 tattoos, and then I had to care for these tattoos while I was on my trip, which was not easy.
Good planning.
Yeah, it was really good planning. But then Thursday came around, and it was time to go. It was time to go to the East Coast. I hopped on a plane from Phoenix to Chicago. I feel like something happened because I got in late. I got in late that day, and I can't remember why. I think because because I made the flight. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I have to remember, dude. This was 4 days ago. Or whatever last Thursday was. Is today Monday?
No, today's Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
See what I mean? I just woke up from a nap. So
you flew out.
yeah,
Flew to Chicago.
No. So the flight I was originally going to be on was a nonstop, but I, of course, oversold. Like no fucking seats. I had to then fly to the worst airport I've ever. No, because I've been to several.
I was
airports.
going to say, you went to Colorado again?
No, that was a bad one. But fuck, where was my layover? It was somewhere lame, dude. It was somewhere super fucking lame, and I hated every second of it.
Pontucky or something?
Yeah, I had to
The
look for
Pontucky Airport?
No, God, it's gonna bother me.
You should have wrote this down because apparently you haven't come out of your fucking Rip Van Winkle nap yet.
No, I can't remember where it was. Because it wound up getting me to Chicago at 4:00 instead of, because I was supposed to be there too. And this is important to the story because I think if I would have gotten there earlier, I wouldn't have realized what was going on. So, where did I go, Scott?
I don't know.
You know.
You probably have to text Kim. She could probably tell you. Maybe we'll just invite Kim in here. She could tell the story.
Las Vegas. That's why. I had to go to Vegas in order to take a flight out of Vegas.
So you went in the opposite direction.
Correct. That's the way that flights work. It's fucking
You fly into
stupid.
Vegas and you were like, well, the fucking Rocky Mountains sure aren't rocky.
I flew into Vegas and I was just mad because it's such a short flight.
I feel like Vegas is a pretty easy place to remember.
I just couldn't remember. I didn't do anything significant
Just
there.
stared at Allegiant Stadium.
No, because you can't see it from the airport. Dude, I will tell you this, though. We'll get there. So I flew into Vegas. From Vegas, I get there. I wound up getting to Chicago late. So I was originally supposed to be there at 1:00. I wound up getting there at 4. I did the lift thing, and I lifted from the airport to my hotel, and I was not happy because it wasn't cheap. I think it was like $30, but that pissed me off. So I was determined to figure out the railway system, which I did by the end of my trip, which was awesome. So I land, and I take the lift, and he drops me off at the hotel, and I walk up, and there's like 50 people outside my hotel. I'm just like, what's going on this weekend? I don't understand. Like,
They're all here for the Black Parade.
Yeah, they're all here for MCR.
Wow. That's fantastic.
That's what I thought. I'm like, okay, they're all here for my.
I'm not the only one.
Well, I knew it was sold out, so it's like, okay. So I walk in to the hotel, and it's La Quinta Inn, and I was like, okay. They gave me a little bag of goodies. I love the bag of goodies, by the way.
Wow, that must be a new thing.
I guess because they gave me some Garrett's mix, they gave me a brownie and some water. I was like, hell yeah.
You're like, can I get about 5 of those bags?
They said you could have one every day, so I got one every day.
Well, I'm going to be here for a couple days, so
Yeah, 2 days.
just give them to me now.
I know I had one the next day, and the day I checked out. They gave me one as I checked out, so whatever. Anyways, so I walk up to the lady. I'm like, hey, I'm here for My Chemical Romance tomorrow. And they're like, oh, no, I didn't say I'm here for My Chemical Romance.
You asked her
I said,
how to get to...
I said, how do I get to Soldier Field from here? Because I specifically chose this because it didn't look too far away. And she goes, oh, are you going to the Oasis show tonight? And I, without missing a beat, looked her dead in the eyes and said, I am now. And she laughed, and she's like, well, I think it's sold out. And I was like, I'll figure it out. So I got all checked in. I go up to my room. I drop everything off, and I jump on StubHub, and I find a ticket. It's like $221. It's at the very end of the end zone. But the floor tickets were going for like thousands of dollars. I thought I was going to miss it. I found a good deal. Even she was like, Game Time app. And I was like, Game Time app? They didn't have the good deal. StubHub had the good deal.
Isn't that the one that's like the last minute?
Yeah.
Like it has to be within like a certain time frame of
Correct.
the show?
Yeah. So Game Time app, no. But StubHub came through. But the thing about StubHub is the person has to transfer you the ticket. So I bought the ticket, and I said, okay, I'm in Chicago. I'm going to go get something to eat. And I asked, and I had to take care of my stupid fucking tattoo, which it's not really stupid. I just had to take care of the tattoo. So I asked her where Walgreens was. So I went to Walgreens. I went to this Giordano's Pizza. Best pizza I've ever had in my life.
I like how anytime you go someplace, like you don't bring anything that you need.
Well, you can't bring soap in your bag.
Sure you can.
You can't bring
3 ounces or under.
liquid soap. You find me 3 ounces of unscented antibacterial soap.
All you gotta do is get one of the little travel things, man. You just-
Well, I went to Walgreens and I bought new soap with everything under lock and key. I had to ask the lady to get the Aquaphor and to get the soap.
What's going on
I
here?
literally said, "Why is it all locked up? I'm from Arizona. Why is it all locked up?" Like I wanted her to answer the question, but she never did. So I did that, and
You keep talking. I'm sweating my balls off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, go for it. So I get the pizza, and I'm thinking to myself, like, Cage the Elephant is opening, and I don't really care. Plus, it's already like 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Who cares?
I hadn't eaten that day. I didn't get anything at the Vegas airport, so I went and got some pizza, and I ordered. He goes, "Oh, it's gonna be 45 minutes," and I'm just like, oh, "Fuck, that hurts. That stings a little."
They don't have like single slices.
No, it's all the deep dish, fucking Chicago style.
Yeah, but you'd think they'd have like a little thing there where they'd sell like single slices or something.
Nope. But so yeah, that took like an hour. So I was going to take the train because I'd asked like 4 people where to go, and they did tell me where to go. But I was running out of time. So I had to Uber to the fucking stadium. Oh, God, dude, it wasn't even expensive. It was just a nightmare.
I believe it.
I wound up showing up at the stadium at 8 o'clock. They went on at 8:30. I barely
so you made it.
I made it, but barely made it. Oasis came out, fucking absolutely ripped, dude. Fucking murdered. Every song banger, knew everything they played. Liam's out there fucking talking shit to, "Ooh, America, you think we don't love you, but we love you." And just everybody's fucking singing along. Like, oh man, and then they're smart about everything. They leave the hits to the end. But I mean, they only really played songs from Morning Glory and the other one, Don't Look Back in Anger, or no, that's what's the story, Morning Glory, and the other one's called Don't Look Back in Anger, right?
No, that's the name of the song.
Yeah, no, Oasis is an album.
I don't know.
I can't remember the names of the albums, but
basically that was the album,
right? Well,
and then they had the other album,
right?
Would it have a couple like hits?
I don't know.
Everything was off the first one though.
Everything was off the first. They played a lot of the shit off. What's the story? Morning Glory,
Right?
And then I thought the second one was like Oasis, or
I don't know.
was called Don't Look Back in Anger or something like that. I just can't remember the names of the album, but I knew every song. I was very excited, and they were very like Beatles, and just Liam gave Joel his fucking
Noel.
Oh, is it Noel?
Yep.
Oh, see, I've been saying Noel, and I thought it was Joel.
All those diehard Oasis fans like yourself,
I didn't say anything like that.
I'm the greatest Oasis fan.
I haven't listened to Oasis in like 4 years, bro. But I mean, I've always liked Oasis. It's constantly in rotation. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. It was fucking magical. First off, I know
definitely maybe.
Oh, is
Be Here Now.
No, Be Here Now is the one that everyone was saying.
Apparently, I have a shit ton of albums.
Yeah,
I thought they had like 3.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They have a shit ton of albums, but almost every song they played was off the first 2.
Right.
So that's the point I'm trying to.
Well, definitely maybe was before What's the Story.
Then that's the album.
And then Be Here Now was 1997.
Yeah,
was after.
I think
that
they
one.
played one song off there. It's called Whatever, I think. But I couldn't match 2. So, anyways, like I said, it was just it just fucking ripped, dude. Like being around like a bunch of strangers I didn't know. We were all just kind of singing in each other's faces, and then like Soldier Field is really fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, like I had a good time there. I think if you're a Chicago Bears fan, like you hate it or something, because I heard a lot of people talking shit about how like
I think it's just their team.
yeah, their team does blow ass.
Caleb Williams jerseys everywhere.
No, I didn't see any Caleb Williams jerseys, thank God. But
70%.
First,
if you're a sports fan, you'll know that. You'll know that joke.
Well, the thing about it is like I talk shit to Bears fans, and then they get all mad, like, "Oh, the Saints suck." Like I don't know the Saints suck. I'm not out here going like they're.
I do have to say, Bears fans are pretty diehard.
Yeah.
They're still living in 1985, but they are diehard.
Yeah. So, but concert finishes, and it is a legit logistical nightmare getting out of the stadium. Fucking. So the way Soldier Field is set up is it's right off the freeway, and then it kind of bolos out into this like park, and then it goes down under these 2 tunnels, and then once you go through the 2 tunnels, you come back up to where Soldier Field is, and Soldier Field is near the water. So when you leave, everyone has to exit through those 2 tunnels and up this ramp, and the ramp is small, so it's 100,000 people.
It's like that ramp in Glendale
Yeah.
that you got to walk between the Cardinal Stadium and Desert Diamond,
it's
the one that like it
worse
funnels
than-
everybody, and then they have the little fucking concrete poles there.
It's worse than that. Yeah. Dude, it's worse than that. So at one point, because I didn't know where to go, I finally found a cop, and I was like, I need to catch an Uber somewhere. And he's like, you got to go to 18th Street. That's why everybody's going up there. And I was like, because I was like hanging out near the freeway, just waiting to get hit by a car. And so I start walking back towards this thing, and I just see it. Everybody is still in the tunnel because there's so many people trying to file into this like 7 by 7 inch space. So and it is just drunk people, just straight up drunk people. Like everyone's fucking hammered. There's people there from like all over the world, and they're like, "Wow, mate, you saw that Oasis?
I'm a bit tipsy.
Drunk, and we're from Scotland, but we have an English accent apparently." So it was funny. At one point, we were jumping over like the barricade to get onto and I go up there, and this cop's like, "Get out, get out!" Not to me, but I was already about halfway over. This drunk guy goes, "Oh, you need help?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Well, don't fall." And I'm like, I haven't had one beer, guy. Like, fuck off.
And you fell.
No, I didn't fall. I jumped over, and he goes, "Well, you're just a big guy." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fat. I used to be
Just
the
a big guy. Hey.
I was like, I used to be in the military. I'm not fucking like retarded, you know? Like, I know how to jump over a wall. It wasn't that hard. And so I'm finally on the wall, but the cop like gives up and walks away because he's telling all these drunk people, get off this wall. Nobody's listening. Everyone's jumping over, which is causing
Just pick your battles.
which is causing the bottleneck to get worse. But finally, I get up, get down. It's the same hot dog vendors as I think they fly them in.
Just the cart.
The cart with the onions, just like
Just Mexican. You're like, where do these Mexicans come from?
I literally was like, they have to have some kind of pipeline. It's the same cart, same fucking onions and peppers, same fucking bacon wrapped hot dogs.
It's the cartel, bro.
Dude,
It's the tunnels.
Something.
They're just like, you
Chicago,
got Chicago this weekend.
Yeah, you got Arizona.
Remember that teleportation thing I was talking about? Yeah. They have it, apparently.
Apparently,
yeah.
Dude, and then it was a bunch of guys banging on like fucking
like Home Depot buckets.
And then they're like, "Hey, put money in," and I was like, "Fuck you." So
it's like the guy in Glendale that raps, and he's like, "Come on,
yeah,
put money in my bucket."
So needless to say, I took a taxi home back to my hotel. It was $40, which pissed me off because it's only 2 miles away. And I was like, the next day I'm like, I'm fucking determined to learn this fucking subway
taxi
system.
drivers are just. They're even on a different level
Dude,
than
he
like
was,
Uber drivers.
He was legitimately awesome.
Oh, yeah?
He turned and almost killed me, but it was so awesome. Because he goes, "We're going to break the rules here." And I was like, "Just don't get arrested." And he goes, "Okay." And he turned in front of a car that was waiting at a red light, just like to flip a bitch. And I'm like, I'd never see anything like it. It terrified me, Scott. So I get back to my hotel. Right outside my hotel, like a block down, is a McDonald's. I decided to go to this McDonald's. It's 45-minute wait. I didn't know that.
45-minute wait for McDonald's.
Because of Oasis. Yeah. It's just people waiting to get their food.
I was going to say, was there 900 people there?
Yeah.
Because it's the only reason I would have walked out.
I didn't know, and I had already ordered my food.
Yeah.
And I was just waiting and waiting and waiting.
Did you order it there or like on the app?
I ordered it there. I didn't know because they had a bell that you can ring, and they come to the window and they take your order, and then you pay, and then you walk inside, and there's 100 billion people, but you can't see it because it's all blacked out from the outside. So if I would have seen that, I would have figured something else out. But I got my food. I went back to my hotel room, walked back. I watched Black Sheep and I went to sleep. And then the next day I woke up. I wasted a lot of time learning the fucking the rail system the next day because I was determined not to spend a bunch of money on Ubers anymore, which worked out. I mean, I did take an Uber to MCR, but we'll get there. But I wound up taking the train back. And the only reason I took the Uber was because it was running late again, and I was fucking starving because I had been all over the city.
I was going to say, you went someplace. It was like a 4-hour wait for food.
I didn't wait, though.
I heard this is great on TikTok.
We have already been there. I think that's the part that pissed me off. I took this train for like 2 hours, got off, and this girl helped me like figure out where to go. Also, everyone in Chicago is super fucking nice.
Depends on what side you're on.
I was on all the sides, and everybody was very helpful. So I get to this place and I walk in. The guy's like, "How many?" I was like, "1." He's like, "An hour and a half." I'm like, "An hour and a half?"
Can you
It's
just
like,
sit me between these two couples over here?
yeah, I was just like, okay. So I put my name on the list, but then immediately walked out and walked back to the train. Kim wanted me to grab some Cub stuff for her and the boys. And I did. I went to this like rally house that was right by Wrigley Field. Grabbed myself a new hat. I grabbed,
Poser.
Whatever, dude. I mean, you're just bitter. I tried to. I asked if you wanted anything. You were too busy working or whatever. So, I grabbed a hat. I grabbed them some stuff. I grabbed a cool shirt. I'm excited to wear. It has the bear playing a guitar, so I'm like, yeah, that's cool. What? Go ahead.
Just lifelong Cubs fan over here.
I like Cubs merch, and I like both teams. I'm allowed to do that because I don't really. I mean, I root for the Diamondbacks, but Cubs are cool too. Then I went and got hot.
Wrigley is a religious experience, though.
I just was just outside.
They
wouldn't let you in.
Just that whole ambiance, that whole area.
That whole area is pretty cool. It's all sports related.
Yeah, it's just like old school baseball, man. I mean, that freaking place has been there forever.
Yeah, so
He's like, I'm going to take in a game. I'm going to buy the one seat behind the pole that's always available.
If there would have been a game, I probably would have went. But
You could probably always get that seat.
probably,
Have you seen that one?
yeah.
Yeah,
I have
it's like
seen
right
it.
behind the giant
I don't know how you
pillar.
would sit there though.
You can't.
Yeah.
You have to like sit in your neighbor's lap halfway.
So
The people that have season tickets are like, really? Really, dude? You bought this seat?
yeah, well, I wanted to see the game, guy. So I asked the guy at the rally house, because that's what it was called, the rally house. That's where they sold all the Cubs merch. Where to get a good hot dog? He was like, just go down the block, and there's this place called Big Al's. And I went down there and I got the 2 hot dog meal.
Probably good. Any place called Big Al's.
It was fucking delicious,
Yeah.
dude. It was so good. I got another 2 hot dogs. Like that's how good it was.
That I understand.
Took the train back to my hotel. I think I took a nap, or I watched Varsity Blues. I know that. And then it was time to join the fucking Black Parade, dude. But when I woke up from a nap, I was hungry because, I mean, hot dogs aren't really doing it. So I went back to the same pizza place. That's a 45-minute wait. But it was, I knew.
Have you called my name yet? Yeah, you're up in 5.
No. The pizza for
Right, the
night
one that you
before.
put your name in and bounced.
What?
The one you said you put your name in and bounced? The guy was like, oh, it's an hour and a half.
That's Honey Bears, bro. That's the place we went to when we were in Chicago. That breakfast place that was like, had the music that we had. We all had it, dude. It was fucking.
It's called Honey Bears?
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Was it?
Yep, same place. Yeah, you walk in and it's just the thumpy music. Remember,
Yeah.
I kept talking shit about the thumpy music. I'm like, we're trying to fucking eat breakfast. Why is the thumpy music? No, this was the Giordano's. I went back to Giordano's to get another 45-minute pizza, and I did. I sat there. I watched some baseball. Michael Parsons trade had just happened, so I was just like watching all that, and then I was like, okay, time to go to MCR. Ordered my Uber, but it was only like, it was a taxi, because the guy, when I walked out, I was about to order it, and the taxi came. He didn't charge me nearly as much, because it was only $20 for the Uber, and I was like, it's $20 for I literally showed him. I was like, it's $20 for my Uber, and he's like, I'll do it for 10. I was like, you heard that, bad guy? Let's go.
Let's ride.
Yeah, so he drops me off at a kind of a different location. He goes, you get the VIP treatment, and then drops me off in like a further away location.
This one's 7 blocks away.
So I walk up, and I'm on the floor tonight, and I walk in, and Devo is playing, and I was walking by somebody, and I was like, well, I think we're going to miss Whip It. And I'd already looked up the set list. The guy goes, no, it has to be their last song. No one knows Devo. And I was like,
Next song.
no, I told him, I was like, no, I think it's like the 4th song. And he laughed. I get in, and
They're like, we have bigger hits.
they played 2 songs, and then they played Whip It. I was like, but anyways, you walk into the stadium, and it was on the floor level, and I don't know how you split. So the night before for Oasis, I was in the end zone on like a seated upper level, and it sounded really good. But when you're sitting on the floor, the sound kind of like funnels down and kind of like pushes out, and it just sounds insane because it's all open top. So I just imagine when the players are playing, they're just like, we can't hear you. Like, you're going to have to talk to
Oh,
us.
that's why they're like,
Yeah. So I get to my seat.
Maybe that's why Caleb Williams sucks. It's so loud.
That's why everybody who's ever played there sucks. So I get to my seat. It's on the ground, and I'm next to some like prepubescent teenage girl, and her mom like keeps giving me this eye, and I'm just like, "Yo, dog, I got a seat."
She's like, "Why is this old fucking man at a My Chemical Romance concert?"
Brother, I wasn't even the oldest man in the row, so I don't want to hear it. And
but they were there with their kids.
No. There was a gay guy that was there that was pretty old, and I think he was by himself too.
Yeah.
So, Devo's doing its thing. It was weird. All I could think of the entire time I watched Devo was, oh, this is where Weezer got all their shtick from, because it's almost identical to Weezer's shtick. Like, I saw Weezer about a year ago at here, and it was almost identical. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, he's like, you plagiarized me, like, with the outfit changes and the like, we have to get to this planet, and I'm just like, okay, Weezer. Like, that's all I could think of. Finally, they end, and My Chemical Romance doesn't come on yet, but like, there's fucking like. Remember when we went and saw Offspring and it was like a bunch of cool interactive stuff? It was kind of like that. Remember they were like Kiss Cam and stuff like that when we went and saw the Offspring like a year ago. You remember?
I didn't go to that one.
Yeah, you are. You fucking
the only one I went to was.
Are you retarded?
The acoustic one.
You went with me.
And then saw him at When We Were Young.
You went to the Offspring with me last year, dude. Yes, you did.
Who opened?
It was Simple Plan and like All American Rejects or whatever. You went. You went. Yes, because we literally said, oh, we just saw him 2 months ago. The Offspring. They played fucking So Far Away or whatever on the fucking piano, and it sounded like shit. I don't know. I know for a fact you were there. So.
I must have blocked it.
I guess. I even asked you if you wanted to go see the Offspring on Tuesday, and you were like, "We've already seen them." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And then when we saw them When We Were Young, you even said same set list. I was like, "Yeah, what are they going to change it in 2 months?"
Yeah.
So, anyways, they had this like interactive stuff beforehand, and it's like all the rules of like what's going on, and I'm actually pissed off because they've been playing Bullet with Butterfly Wings on this like tour every couple of shows. One of the rules literally said its exact verbiage was like, despite your frustration, and vermin must remain caged, and like nobody got it until like 2 days later. We were all like, hey guys, I'm like, fuck, like we could have totally called this if we would have read into this. But so My Chemical Romance comes out and does like what I will describe as a full stage like play production. Like they have this girl singing. Let's see if I could actually might have some pictures I could show you that aren't too annoying. But they have this girl come out and she sings like the national anthem of this fucking fake country they made up, and I'm just like, damn, dude, this is fucking intricate, you know? Like, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna do it, but I'm too old. I can't do stuff like that.
What?
I have a picture of me with just like a small counter space blocking my junk, and I was gonna throw it on here real fast. I was like, nobody wants to see that.
You better hope you don't mess up and download the wrong pictures.
I don't have any naked pictures. I'm just saying this is a funny picture I took. I sent it to Kim. It was just funny, and she's like, I haven't got one of those in a while. But yeah, dude, it was fucking wild. Oh, you know what? I sent it to Kim. I didn't actually save the photo. That's why. Are you just eating cookies? Mm-hmm. Stop. Let's see here.
Just waiting for you to produce over there.
I just enjoy this part of the show where we can just like where I can just insert pictures in.
People are like looking at their watches.
There's one person.
They're like, I got shit to do, man.
Who's got shit to do? We have one person watching. It's probably Kim. We get all of our.
Oh. Wrong.
Oh shit! What up, Josh?
Thanks for the Patreon contribution, Josh.
What a super chat!
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
We'll read your gay, homophobic slurs on the air.
Oh, Josh, if you're looking for like Laserdisc stuff, the Goodwill
Nobody.
on Signal Butte had a whole bunch of weird Laserdisc movies that somebody dropped off.
I sold them
Yeah.
so I could get
Yeah.
money for this trip.
Actually, quite a bit of titles.
Name one title.
They had Apocalypse Now and like some like old like
Could watch that.
like war type stuff, and then they had Firestarter. I was like actually like titles that I like recognize.
Firestarter.
But I'm like, I don't collect these.
So, okay. So, that's cool. I like this. Is that what the people see? Just a processing image?
Probably.
So, like, she,
Is that Pearl?
yeah, it's Pearl. So she comes out and sings like this fake national anthem. But you see this, like,
Our sky's never blue.
well, she's, well, that's just propaganda behind them. But you see how,
Right.
like, you see, like, that's the kind of stuff that you had to deal with, like, before the show started. I don't know how to get back to us. So.
KXR.
How do I get it back
Charlie
to us?
XCX.
That's who it is.
You got to go back here. Like,
Oh, well, there we are. I have some more pictures for my journeys.
well, you
then.
can upload it right there.
Where?
Just replace the picture.
No. I'm just saying in general.
Do what?
In general, I have more pictures. I don't need to.
Oh, you're not going to show them?
I don't need to show them right now. I'm
Oh,
not to
okay.
that part
I
in the
thought you were going to
story.
show them. That's what I was saying.
No. So they come out. They do their stage production of the Black Parade. Absolutely fucking insane, dude. Like it's like every song has its own little skit that goes with it beforehand, and there's like a dictator guy. I had the shirt on, but like he's like kind of controlling it, and it's not Trump related. It's not, because it doesn't make any sense. And then at the end, Gerard dies, but it's very overly dramatic, and I'm just like, this is fucking crazy, bro.
He's like,
so from what I dude, he gets stabbed,
all
and
fucking
they
Hamlet
have
and shit.
squibs, and they just blow up in blood while he's singing famous last words, dude. And they burn down, like, I can't imagine how much this tour costs, because they burn down the entire set, like, at the end of the show. Like, that's why they have to go to the B stage.
It's probably all paper. It's big paper prints.
I don't know, dude, but it was fucking awesome. And I've talked about this so many times in my life, but we go see Coheed a lot, and there's this part in Coheed and Cambria where they play
And Keeping Secrets.
Keeping Secrets, and everybody goes, whoa, and it's pretty cool. It gives you the goosebumps.
With the right crowd.
I had about 50 of these moments with My Chemical Romance, and I've never experienced anything like it. It was like top 5. Like, I'm gonna pull back the curtain. If you watched our other episodes, when we were young, we didn't see My Chemical Romance. We didn't make it. We fell asleep during Fall Out Boy. We walked back to the hotel. We should have sat outside and listened to him, but we didn't. So that was my first time seeing My Chemical Romance. And
Fucking liar.
yeah, I am. That's right. We lie on this show.
You sit on a throne of lies.
We lie on the show. But it easily top 5. Like when Famous Last Words came on, I was just like, oh my god, this is fucking, like, that was a moment for me, because everybody knew all the words. It was like, oh, I know. And it was just,
I only know like the couple songs.
yeah, well, Welcome to Black Parade. You hear that first note, and the entire stadium, like 100,000 people, are just like, when I was a young, and you're just like, holy shit! It felt good, man. And then they go on the B stage and they play Helena, and they play I'm Not Okay, I Promise. They play Do You Know What They Do to Guys Like Us in Prison, which I love that song. And then they play like Scarecrow and na 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 na, and they play some other stuff.
Is that the name of the song?
Yeah.
No, 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 no.
It's called na 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 na. Yes. And then Gerard starts talking for like way too long, and you're just like, what is he doing? Well, he's introducing somebody. He's introducing the Chicago native himself, old Bill Burr, fucking Billy Corgan comes out on fucking stage, and they do Bullet Butterfly Wings, and absolutely fucking insane,
Because
dude.
he's from Chicago.
Yeah, dude, but it was so crazy. The crowd went absolutely fucking bananas. Fucking bananas. And
Is that a Nazi salute?
I think he's pointing.
Oh boy.
So it ends. I have the same. Woo, I'm the top #1 fan. You guys have to reward counter for what? For 50. I don't know what that means. Sure, Josh. Man, make it all about you, brother. Anyways, so they fucking, so then I have to leave, and they're bottling us neck through this. But this time I had figured it out, and I was
He's like,
able
I got a fence to jump.
yeah, and well, I didn't jump at this time. I was able to get up before everybody else did because it kind of left early. Not early, but as the end of the song was like, this, okay, I've heard it. I've seen Smash Pumpkins live. But I start walking, I get up, and this time I'm actually able to walk to the fucking train, take the train back to my hotel, went to the same McDonald's.
Last train home.
We don't talk about that guy. He's not a good guy. So I took the last train home, and I ate some more McDonald's while watching The Replacements. Oh, so good.
With Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, it was on the TV.
I do like that one.
So I packed up my bag because I knew the next morning. And this is where the story gets rough. We're 41 minutes in. This is where it gets rough. Fucking.
No one could have ever known that this was going to happen.
So I pay.
The minute you told me about it, I was like, yeah, you're gonna hate your fucking life after this.
You were not wrong, but there's reasons, and we'll get to those.
And the reason is
So not you, because you weren't there to keep me awake. So I get the next day. I wake up. I pack everything up. I go downstairs. I check out. I take the tram back to. So, dude, I feel like I'm robbing Chicago because that pass works for 24 hours, and I had bought it at like 10 a.m. There works, gets me right on the train.
well, that's why everybody rides it.
Goes to
because apparently it's a really good system.
Yeah, it goes
because
to
they've figured it out up there because it works for Chicago.
yeah, it goes to Midway. So jump on my flight to Columbus, Ohio.
The greatest place ever.
It's the same flight as it is to Vegas. So like, you know how like if you get on a Vegas flight, it's
From
45 minutes. Yeah, but what I'm saying is like you literally go up in Chicago and then you come right back down. The only thing you're really flying over is the lake, and which is fucking beautiful, by the way. So I land in Columbus, Ohio, and I had to take a later flight because it ran out of seats again, even though Kim was like, oh, you will 100% be okay. It went from 24 seats to no seats in less than 12 hours. I was so pissed. So I landed late, so I'm plugging it in, and it's like, hey, dog, you get there at 6:30, and I'm thinking, well, Zach Bryan goes on at 7. He didn't go on at 7.
Who was on it? What headliner has ever gone on
I
at
just
7?
going based off like Setlist FM and stuff, like when he usually goes on, and apparently he does usually go on kind of early, like, but the bands that open for him usually go on earlier too. So, anyways, I start driving, and it is a boring drive, but it's not bad. I'm not like hurting yet. It's just like whatever. It's a bunch of like flattened farmland, fucking just wheat fields and fucking cornfields as far as the eye can see. There's a cemetery on every fucking corner. They do this weird thing where they're like, oh, hey, we're not a real fucking state. So it's a giant long freeway of nothingness followed by pockets of town. So when you pull up to a town, it's like, here's a McDonald's, a Wendy's, a Starbucks, and 2 gas stations every 36 miles. So I finally stopped at Sheetz, and I wound up wasting more time there because I literally stood and looked at that menu for maybe 30 minutes before I knew what to get. Finally, I was like, I'm just going to get the sampler and try a little bit of everything. They have Old Bay chicken tenders, which I did tell myself that after I ate them, like, I could do that myself, but
Yeah.
It's better when somebody else puts it on.
Yeah.
So that was excellent, super good. I get to West Virginia about 6:30. No idea where to park. Nobody's fucking. There's no signs that are like park here or whatever. So
Is this a large venue? Like
it's Marshall Stadium, and I can tell you right
it's
now,
a college.
it
Like
is-
the football or the basketball
no,
arena?
it's the football stadium. So there's like for some reason, East Coast loves its Dunkin' Donuts and it's Wendy's. So there's like
yeah.
a Wendy's, a Dunkin' Donuts, a drive-through Subway. And it's all these people who clearly know each other. Smallest town ever. The most redneckiest of rednecks, dude. Just like, hey, Clayton, let's get over here because we're parked and we're drinking. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I didn't even know places like this.
This is a college town, though, right?
Yeah,
So you probably have a lot of students.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had to go all the way through Marshall University. Finally, this lady's like, our parking lot's full. And I'm like, okay, well, I made the
Do you have another parking lot?
No,
No.
I said, well, I'll pay anything. And she's like, because I just wanted to get there.
Anything?
She's like, well, this guy will move and it's $50. I was like, whatever. Like, okay.
This guy will move for $50. Parking was only $10 to begin with.
I don't care. I was to the point where like I was running out of fucking time. And I was like, okay. Do you watch TikTok? You watch TikTok. That's all you do is watch TikTok.
I mean, what do you?
Do you know that guy with the beard who like hey, look, Porter's on. Since when?
Since right now,
I love it when Porter's on.
it's going fantastic.
It's going
Aaron's
great.
telling a story about how he wanted to kill himself.
I've just been gone for 4 days, if you didn't notice. And I'm telling my story about how I'm just getting to the point where I want to die. A terrible death. So, I have some cool pictures. I figured since we are a cool medium like that, I could show some of these cool fucking pictures.
So what guy in the beard? Like what bearded guy are you talking about? Like, do you know his name?
What bearded guy?
Jesus Christ! You're in the middle of a story.
What'd I say?
Your TikTok story. You said the guy with the
yeah. He always makes those like weird fucking TikToks where he's like a skinnier guy. I wish I knew his name. And he's like he's always talking to himself, but himself is like different characters. He's always like, "Hey, man," and then
the guy that like was throwing the limes in the cave,
maybe, but
and he comes out. He's like, "Hey, man, why are you throwing limes in the cave?"
probably, but he was there. He was at the Zach Bryan show, and I was like performing. He was one of the openers. I was just like, this
funny.
is fucking weird. What the fuck, dude? I hate this fucking system.
The best thing is to upload
right.
your pictures beforehand.
Well, I thought I had them all, but I don't. No, I had to have because I told Kim, because I sent Kim a bunch of pictures of where I was, but I also posted on Facebook. So if you have me on Facebook, you can go over there and look. But dude, West Virginia is like one of the craziest places. But I did, since Porter's watching, I'm going to bring this up. I saw a fishing hole out there where it was just a bunch of like truckers who were just like fishing in this like this massive fucking pond, dude. It was so fucking crazy. And
that guy?
Yep.
That's the guy I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Oh, you could see it, but that guy.
Yeah, nobody knows who that is. So
That's hey, why are you throwing limes in the
yeah,
cave?
he was there.
That was the picture from that TikTok.
Yeah, so this is me entering West Virginia, which, dude, I wish I could show
Blue
you.
Ridge Mountain.
That's how Zach opened the show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
That's
brother.
edgy.
I loved it. I was like, oh my God. I wish I could
You're
show
like,
you.
Zach, I'll suck your dick.
It's a little bit high. I felt.
He's
he's a very beautiful man.
It's like, where did that come from?
Dude, I'm sitting there waiting for Zach Bryan to go on. I find my seat. It's 100,000 college chicks who are just like the most annoying girls ever, just screaming.
Just white boots everywhere.
I look up to the left, and this is at a Zach Bryan concert. Look at this picture.
Oh, just rifles.
Well, it's a sniper for the show,
Right.
and I'm just like,
Maybe.
shit.
You hope.
Oh, he eventually shows up, and I'm just like, oh my god, I didn't even know you could do that. So,
This guy think he's the fucking president or something.
I mean, he must. What's also sucked, major dick, is I got 0 cell reception, and yesterday was our fantasy football draft, and I had Kim draft for me, and it just did not go well. So
She got on. She sent me a picture of my
and you just
my
laughed.
team image of you sleeping.
Yeah,
She was like, ha ha. And I'm like, it's been my team image for like 2 years.
I know. So, anyways, I paid the $50 to park. I get into the stadium, but not before I went to every other line and was like, "Is this the right line?" They're like, "I think so." And then
There's
yeah.
like different lines. Was this like when we went to the Saints game where like you could only be in certain lines to get in certain areas
correct.
and shit?
So one was like, so I had a seat on the floor. Then there was general admission floor standing. Then there was like if you were seated. But Marshall's such an old stadium, dude, that like they had to funnel people in different ways. And the way to get down on the field was to go to these janky ass fucking metal steps that like if you were drunk, you were dying. You were gonna die. Like
Some tetanus.
So
It's
many,
just rusty.
there were so many fucking drunk college kids, dude. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. So Zach Bryan comes out. He fucking just crushes every hit. I know every word to every song. He reminds me a lot of Morgan Wallen because he's like, you know how like at the end of every song, Morgan Wallen's like,
Thank you.
Well, this after everything, before he plays anything, he goes, "This is this song. Hope you like it. Hope you like it. Thank you guys so much. Hope you like it." And I'm like, everybody is singing every fucking word to this song. Like, you know we like it.
Playing coy.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you like this music that just sold tens of millions of copies. Boy, I hope you like it.
So, yeah, dude, he was fucking incredible. Now, the reason that this story is so important, and I want to emphasize all this stuff, is like, I told you, like, how I felt about the whole My Chemical Romance thing. But Zach Bryan has this song, and it's one of my favorite songs of all time. I'd say top 10 favorite song. That's Zach Bryan right there. And that's his band. And I want to say that what makes him enjoyable to see in person is his band. Like, cool, he sings the songs. His band is fucking insane. Like, they're off standing on the side, and they're kind of like crowded next to each other, but they have their own little moves. The fiddle guys like fiddling, and there's a girl
Fiddle guy's fiddling.
there's a girl with a fucking cello. I think I have a picture of her somewhere. And at the end of the show, he comes out, he sings Revival, and you're just like, okay, yeah, that's a huge song for you, you know, like it's fucking awesome. Well, what happens is that's when he introduces his entire band. So that's the girl with the fucking cello, dude. She rips. She fucking rips. It's so hard to explain, but she fucking rips. This is Marshall Stadium.
Bass? No. Cello.
So he sings the entire song, and it's on this small stage. And from where I'm sitting, all I had to do was move over, and I'm right there. And you know, I could touch him, and he's so handsome. Shut the fuck up, Josh. You look like your relatives. Anyways, so he sings Revival, and then he's about to start introducing his band, but I don't know what he's doing. So he pulls a Budweiser out of his.
Pulls a Glock out. Starts shooting at the sniper guy.
He pulls a Budweiser out of his like pocket and hands it to his like guitarist, and they like smash it together. Beer everywhere.
Just super warm.
They're fucking
Been in his pocket the whole fucking
I
concert.
don't know. So he starts singing. So he finishes singing Revival, and I'm like, oh, cool, that was cool. Like, it's over. No, he introduces every single member of his band, and after every time he introduces them, they sing the chorus to Revival, and it goes so fucking hard, and everybody is like freaking the fuck out. So like after every single introduction, like they're like, this guy, he's from Pennsylvania, and I have some bad news. He's the best goddamn fiddle player in the world. And then he'll be like, and then
Devil went down to Georgia. He
Yeah.
was looking for a soul of steel.
And,
you're like, oh, we're going here now.
no, and then like so like when they introduce the drummer, the whole band drops onto the ground and like lets the drummer do his drum thing. Then like when they introduce the bassist, the whole band like lines up on the back, and they do this thing where they're just like they go down and up and down and up, and just lets him do his thing, bro. And then like I said, after every section, he goes, and it's all night revival. So, dude, best encore I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. Goes on for 30 minutes, and it's just so much energy, and so it's the greatest way I've ever seen. Then they just literally walk through the crowd, so I was able to give bro hug to my boy Zach, and like I was just like, it's crazy, it's fucking crazy, and it was just one of the best nights of my life, except for the next part. So I jump into my rental car, and there's a cookout about a mile away, and I go to get the cookout.
Oh, so cookout topped Zach Bryan.
No.
You're like, it was good until after the show.
Well, no, I said it was that was the best part of my night. This and cookout, guys, you have to try cookout. They had a watermelon shake. That was the greatest thing I've ever had, dude. Greatest thing I've ever had.
I mean, is it actual real watermelon, or is it like fucking that weird watermelon
No,
flavor?
it's real. They put real watermelon in.
Yeah, I could probably
Dude,
do that.
it's so fucking good. But I got cheer wine on tap, and I got a watermelon. I got a chili dog, a hamburger, hush puppies, and a quesadilla. The best way to describe it is it's like Panda Express, where like you could choose 2 entrees and then 2 sides, and that's what I got.
See, I'm thinking like this reminds me of like a Long Wong's, where it's just got all these just like appetizers, burgers, like weird shit that you could
so
buy.
I got a chili dog, and well, I got the chili dog extra. My 2 things were the quesadilla and the hamburger. Quesadilla was fire, dude, and then and the hush puppies were my side, so it was fucking good. And anyways, so then after, look, you can see me in the fucking podunk town, like all the fucking the telephone line behind me. God, the place was so fucking small. So Kim was up, and she's the reason I can fly to all these places. So I asked her, I straight up said, like, I don't have any seats for tomorrow in Columbus. How am I getting home? And she's like, you need to drive to Cincinnati. And I was like, Cincinnati? Well, that adds about an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. I call up the rental car place, and they're like, you can return it there for free. And I was like, are you fucking serious? He's like, yeah. I said, okay. So I start my drive. Well, it doesn't go through Ohio. It goes through Kentucky. It's 55 the whole way. And my adrenaline has peaked, dude. I am fucking exhausted. And I have this long-ass drive. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know anything about where I was. I had very sporadic cell service, and it was fog, like terrifying fog, like where you actually had to use your fog lights for fog, not just to see in the dark. But it's also dark. No fucking lights. No nothing. Nobody else on the fucking road. All I could think of was, oh, if a tire blew out here, I'm fucked. Like, that's all I could think of, because nobody's coming for you. Yeah. Well, no one's coming for you. Like, there's no one out there, and there's no cell service, so you're gonna die. And I just kept driving, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And then finally, I show up to the airport. It's about 3 a.m., and my flight isn't until...
Was there somebody actually at the rental car place
Hold
at 3 a.m.?
We'll get there. My flight isn't until 7 a.m. Kentucky time, because the airport's technically in Kentucky, but it's on the outskirts. But it's like Cincinnati. America, fucking figure it out. Figure it out with this shit.
Well, NFL app can't figure it out. So what makes you think Kentucky can?
Well, apparently you're in Kentucky, but it's also it's all Bengals. It's all fucking like Cincinnati Reds, and I'm like, oh,
you're like, oh, I can get my new jersey here.
I was talking to some lady, because she was helping me find a charger for my phone, and she was just like, oh no,
you buy a charger on every fucking trip you go on.
She was helping me find a charger, like a port that works. I didn't buy a charger. So she was telling me, oh, no, we're basically in Kentucky. This is just like the border of Cincinnati. I'm like, whatever.
We're in Cincinnati.
Yeah, pretty much. Which they only have Dunkin' Donuts there, no Starbucks. I was fucking pissed.
Totally fine.
No, it's not. They make terrible coffee, and their donuts
Just gotta know what to order.
No, they make just fucking garbage. So it's 7 o'clock there. Or I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I slept in a fucking cell phone lot at the airport. I slept in my fucking rental car until about an hour before my flight, so I could just get through, and which was a terrible idea because I didn't know the airport, and Cincinnati Airport is so big. You go through security, then you have to take a fucking train to your gate.
Like Seattle.
Is that how Seattle is?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been there.
Yeah, Seattle's the same way. Like you get to one thing, and
Oh,
you have
I
to
forgot
hop
to tell
on a
you.
fucking train, like a tram thing, and like it's like a subway almost, and you
Yeah.
have to take it.
I forgot to tell you. So when I went to Chicago to get to Columbus, I had a problem with the TSA. I know, crazy, because we've never had problems with TSA in Chicago.
Never.
Dude, I hand her my real ID, and she pulls out a fucking magnifying glass thing in her eye and starts looking at it. And I looked at her and I said, "It's fake. It's the fakest
Oh,
ID."
you said bomb on a plane.
Yeah, pretty much. And she goes, "Excuse me?" And I said, "What do you think I do? Sit around all day making fake real IDs?" And she goes, "Well, we have to check." And I'm like, "You don't." And
Guess what, sir? Now you're delayed.
I just looked at her. I was just like, "No." I was just like, "No, you dumb bitch." Like I didn't say that, but I wanted to. I never wanted to so hard in my life. I was just like, you don't need to check that hard. So then I'm thinking it's just a one-off thing because the next lady's super nice to me.
All they have to do is scan it. They have the things to scan it.
Correct. But she didn't have that. I actually had to show her my boarding pass. I was like, "Oh, of course." I said, "Of course I do." So I get into the little thing that you have to put your hands up. It doesn't work for the first 3 times. And the lady's like, "If you had listened to what I say," and I was like, "Ooh, bitch." Because all I'm thinking in my mind is, I've done this a million times. I've never had an issue. So it's not me. So she's like, "Move your hands back. Move your hands back." It still doesn't work. Do it one more time. It finally works. Next guy gets it. It's not working. So I looked back. I said, "Sounds like it's your fucking machine."
Maybe you should listen, sir.
I just said, sounds like it's your fucking machine," and I walked away. I was fucking pissed. It's okay. I got him back. I accidentally stole some peanuts. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. I scanned those fucking peanuts, and then I paid. But when I checked my bank account, it only charged me for the drink. That is not on my fault. Anyways, back to where I was saying. So this is now Cincinnati. Everything goes fine there. TSA is very friendly. But I get onto the plane, and then I fly home today. And yeah, it's an hour long story. So that was my trip. I'm super tired. I was able to take about a 2-hour nap when I got home, take a shower. We're having pot roast tonight, so I'm excited about that because I'm full of garbage and juices. So, like I said, next week we will have a beverage influencer on, and hopefully we're a little bit more entertaining. But just my biggest piece of advice is, do not, under any circumstances, go to a concert in West Virginia with a 2.5 hour drive back to your airport with no seats available, and you're just winging it. Don't wing it. It's too old to wing it. I'm too old to wing it, guys.
Yes, I've tried telling you this before.
I don't need to wing it anymore. So, I'm tired. Boss.
That's too damn bad. You finished the show.
Well, it was crazy because
My fingers hurt.
I went out there for 2 shows. And
Now your back's gonna hurt.
wound up going to 3 shows.
You just pulled podcasting duty.
So, and I just wanted to get this out there because I already had Lisa like, "Oh, you got a pod." Like, of course I will do that. But
Do we take questions?
Yeah,
of course we do. What's your
Josh.
question, Josh?
I'm sorry for my outburst earlier, Josh. I was just, I don't.
He's like, I'm so tired.
I'm
I apologize for what I may have said when I was tired.
Ask your question because I want to go eat dinner.
He's like typing. TH.
What
E
is a laser disc?
That's the wrong question for that guy.
Well, who would know? Do you take questions? Yeah, we do. Apparently in the future, Josh.
Oh, funny. Well, I don't know. We may have to bank it for next week.
Jesus Christ, dude. Was this like one of those, like, how do you keep an idiot guessing or whatever? And
Maybe.
like, ask him a question.
Press this button. to see the full clip, you just keep pressing it, and it's just a still shot.
You got 1 minute to ask your question. And then
That's a long time for people to sit and wait.
Well, what do we got to do?
You want to eat?
I do want to eat, but it's okay. I don't even think that's done, and I still need to go to the store. So 1 minute you have. So when is that? My timer says 1:06. We're signing off. There we go. Okay, here it goes. But did you?
It took you that long to type that?
God damn, bro. You using a fucking speak and spell over there? No, I did not die, and I had a great time. And this is literally what happens to me. I get blindness to this shit. I look back on it fondly instead of the absolute nightmare that it was. And I'm like, I can do that again. That's no big deal.
Yep, he'll do it again.
And then the time will come and I'll do it again and I will hate I can't, like, the people next to me today that were sitting on me from the flight from Chicago home. I sent the question like 4 minutes ago. Sure you did. Then get Cox Internet, okay? So
still on AOL.
Yeah. The people that I sat next to on the flight today home were super nice, but I had never wanted to be home so bad in my life. So I was just like ants in my pants, like,
I don't know.
yeah, I didn't want
care.
The guy wanted to talk to me, and I was just like, please, we're not talking, dude. Like, just, I'm going to go to sleep. So for the first time in my life, I fell asleep on an airplane twice. So that did happen. But I had to be fucking overly exhausted. Anyways, all right. We will see you guys next week. I'm going to try. I only have to work one day before I have a day off. I'm going to try and see some movies. We can talk about some movies next week. I did watch The Hunt for Red October. Never seen it. I liked it a lot. I know.
Oh, we'll get into that.
All right. I'm Aaron.
And Scott.
Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.
Social